Harvard University, and certain doubts can be cleared out, and our standard will also be improved. Breaking geographical barriers for specialized knowledge. If you are interested and if you want to impart specialized knowledge to your students, first of all, we must learn it. But from anywhere in the world, what topic you have chosen, that list will come. Whichever topic you want to choose, you can listen and you can apply and impart the knowledge to your students. Now, the continuation of benefits of technology integration, interactivity, and engagement. So interactivity. So there are very so many apps are available, like gamification of learning. So gamification, so that subject can be imparted in a form of games, so that students are getting interested and they will participate in gaming. That is also gamification of learning, quizzes, conducting, and simulation. A very interesting thing if we are interactivity and engagement of the students are taking up in this manner, students are interesting and they will also follow it. Bridging theory and practice. This is another important thing. The syllabus is given and we follow the syllabi and we take the classes. We follow the syllabus given under the practical. So that both theory and practice has to be integrated. How it has to be integrated? That the theory which have told them, that has to be explained again. The theory it is like that, in practical it is like that, the same thing we are doing it, and where you have to learn the practice and practicals also, so that it will be easy for you tomorrow when you join an industry. So for that, virtual labs for drug interactions and compounding. Coming to drug interactions, in a pharmacology or in therapeutics, we always say about drug interactions, drug interaction, different types of classification of drug interaction. If you show the drug interactions literally in virtual lab, they will feel it. Then they will know the importance of drug interactions. Otherwise, they are not taking much importance, because as part of the exam only they will study it. Virtually, they must understand what happens if drug interaction takes place, and even the compounding also. So we have done compounding in our first year B Farm, but later that our process is entirely different. But the virtual labs for drug interaction and compounding medicine is also can be experienced by the virtual labs. Real-time case studies and patient simulations. Real-time case study is another important thing. You give an assignment to the students, let them go and collect the data from the patients, and the real-time case studies are very important to understand the situation and how the patient is suffering and what are the symptoms and how it has to be reduced, so that they started thinking. Because with an experience only, I'm telling you, if selected patients are given to a group of students, they concentrate on patients and they will try to counsel them and make them to take the doses properly. So that is a real-time experience and case studies. That comes under bridging theory and practice. Next comes to artificial intelligence. The AI is being used to handle time-consuming tasks. Time-consuming tasks, allowing pharmacists to focus more on patient care. So you go to any hospital, they're supposed to maintain so many records in the hospital, inpatient and outpatient record. Similarly, nowadays, in every part of our pharmacy profession, we need to procure, we need to prepare so many documents. If we use artificial intelligence here, we can easily handle them and reduce the time consuming, and allowing pharmacists, and we can concentrate more on patient care, or we can concentrate more on preparing the gamification, quizzes, simulation, and students will also be interested and they'll be participating in. So artificial intelligence is using it very, very important, and it also helps in predicting medication trends and personalizing treatment plans. So when we are going through subjects like pharmacovigilance and many other things, the personalized treatment plans are there, and this will we can follow it by getting artificial intelligence. There we are recording all the personalized treatment plans with experience, and from that we are retrieving, because the data nowadays, the data entry, data maintenance is very very important. So we are getting data from all over the world. If you get a permission to handle the data, so that from that you can predict medication trends. How can you predict? Because of the artificial intelligence, if a particular case you are facing, so the details of the patient can be given in that, because on the back they are having so much of data, out of which the artificial intelligence, they will pick up similar cases, how they are treated and how best they got the relief. Those things will come out, so that from that we will learn how the artificial intelligence is helping to make a prescription. So this is another benefit using a new technology in that. Now, I have listed all the strategies and benefits of technology integration. The next one is strategy for implementation. For anything, there we need a strategy. How to implement this technology in our pharmacy education, redesigning curriculum. So I don't know whether the management or pharmacy council, when the world is going, but the basics are very important. I'm not saying that right from the beginning we need all these tools, but once a project stage comes, that has to be redesigned, redesigning curriculum, that is incorporate technologies in every phase of learning, every phase. For example, you take students going to hospital, right from taking the history of the patient, and everything is has to be designed properly, and the technology has to be incorporated in every phase, step by step. You are whatever you are want to learn and whatever you want to teach, everything has to be incorporate technology, and focus on skill building. All faculty members, we should focus on skill building, critical thinking, and real world application. So, when you teach a lesson, for example, you take inorganic chemistry, everybody feels that it's a very, very boring subject, because the students who have joined in pharmacy, not with their acceptance, because they got seat, they didn't get anywhere other in other colleges or in other domain. So finally, they are joining in pharmacy without knowing anything. And the same experience all of us may be having that. So here, what is skill building is very important. From the first year, if you start implementing these tools, they get good encouragement, motivation, and skill building will also be focused. And they start thinking, critical thinking, and real world applications, so that slowly they get attracted to our pharmacy profession. As I said, inorganic chemistry can be taught, not directly going into the lesson. Tell them why inorganic is very important in a pharmacy profession, and ultimately where we are using it, and you tell them that all the periodic table elements are present in our body, and how they are working. So in the beginning of inorganic chemistry, if you give a lecture on the general things about the inorganic chemistry in our health care, definitely they will be attracted, and they start reading it without feeling any boring. Like that, every subject can be taught. Next one is faculty training. Invest in upskilling faculty to use e-learning tools and simulation. So this is the management task. They should invest in upskilling faculty to use e-learning tools and simulation, and regular workshops and certification. I'm not having, as only very few people are showing interest in regular workshop. it is my opinion, but if they're sincerely getting a certification, and if the certification, if it is useful in future, definitely they pay attention in regular workshops also. So to make all these workshops very interesting and make them to motivate while doing this, and collaboration with the technology firms. The new tools cannot be used only by listening in YouTubes or anything. Sometimes we need a collaboration with the technology. So my suggestion is the tools can be learned a little by following some YouTube. When you know some idea about it, you call the technical persons and make them teach, make them practice what you have learned. So that has to be done. It is a very important thing. And leveraging external expertise in software and virtual reality and AI. So this can happen only with the collaboration with the technology firms, so that our students are getting good jobs. So they are doing it outside, but if it is incorporated in your curriculum, that the time when they go out of the college, they will be getting a very good experience with that. This is the day, even in industry and even in other clinical research and other development also, they are using all these tools. So if they are trained properly in the college itself, and even for the teachers also, we will also get a better quality. Developing infrastructure, create virtual labs, AR and VR rooms, and online content libraries, and enhance accessibility through better digital tools and platform. This is we have to influence our management for developing infrastructure, like creating virtual labs, AR and VR rooms, and it should be accessible to students as well as to them. So we are coming to the end of our thing, the case studies and success stories. As I have told you in the beginning, with regard to inorganic chemistry or in pharmacology. So normally, if you, for example, if you are trying to deliver a lecture on a particular drug or a classification of drugs, please go through the history and how it is invented, how it is developed. Hardly it may take a few points. You tell them why this drug was invented. So tell them in a way of story. So if first you tell them story, then they attention, definitely it will be towards your classwork only. So for example, you take a case study. So at King South University, just I have taken one example. Many universities are maybe following this. At a university, the first year pharmacy students are required to experience hospital observational training during the introductory pharmacy practice experience. They call it as IPPE. So here, and measure the effectiveness and satisfaction of the VR learning experience. So here, the first year students have been taken to, normally they are supposed to go to the uh, hospital, and they need to observe the hospital right from the entrance to end. So what they have done is, in that university, they have taken them into a VR learning by using their headsets was used to watch three narrated videos capturing 360 degrees of hospital views of the outpatient, inpatient, pharmacy, and counseling clinic. So first year they need all this thing. They they literally they haven't gone to hospital, only in their college, only in the VR lab they narrated videos capturing 360 degrees view. So view of hospital. So they have entered virtually into the hospital, and they have seen all the departments which are and how they are working in outpatient, inpatient, pharmacy and counseling clinic. Whereas the second year pharmacy students who had traditional hospital visits and were administered a knowledge test and satisfactory survey. So second year students, naturally they go to hospital. The same thing, they have visited the hospital physically, and they have noted some points and the test was conducted for both the first year and second year. See, when it comes to first year students, they had shown good satisfactory score compared to second year. See, the effect of VR is more, and every question is answered by the first year students compared to the real visiting of this hospital. So that when it comes to VR, implementing VR experiences within the pharmacy curriculum will provide students with an advanced educational advantage. Not all, but some experience has to be given to the students by establishing VR labs in our college, so that our students will be benefited, and the quality of not only faculty and quality of students, we are, because we are learning and we are imparting it to students, so we will also expecting the students will also be getting very good jobs after explore all these things. And when it comes to another case, I don't know where I have missed. Okay, sorry. Coming to case study 2 on how pharmacy school they implemented artificial intelligence in student assessment in one university. There are recent AI implementation in pharmacy education focuses on improving teaching methods, assessments, and practical training by integrating advanced technologies such as machine learning, natural language processing, and virtual simulation. So they have applied so that the knowledge of AI, it is implemented in education, where they have focused on improving teaching methods and assessments, because the student has to be assessed daily. So for that assessment, again, it's a time taking task. So application, AI application, that makes our assessment of the students also very easy. And practical training by integrating advanced technologies such as machine learning. So we cannot impart recent practicals training. So that virtual labs and AI, definitely it can be they integrate the advanced technologies, so that when they have joined in any industry or any facility, all these are very much familiar to them. They need not look at that machinery or the process how they are doing it. They are not new to them, already they have experienced in the AI implementation, so that we can give that experience to our students, so that the teaching and as well as the exams and everything, the performance will be improved. Here are some key areas where AI is being applied already: that personalized learning, automated assessment, virtual simulation in labs, AI in clinical decision making training, and chatbots at virtual tutors and drug discovery and development. So the personalized learning, that up to the candidate, that the personalized learning all are available, and AI and automated assessments, as I have explained, virtual simulation in the labs, and AI in clinical decision making training. In a clinical decision, where we learn that the drug has to be given to a particular patient, and where they may get some adverse effect, so that how to avoid that, so that this is the criteria and this is the one which we can select a drug, and dose can be minimized. Like that, the clinical decision making training is also very important, that can be utilized by implementing AI. Chatbots, we all our students know better than us, like chat GPT and all, and virtual tutors are also there, and drug discovery and development is also makes this AI makes easy. And so like that, there are several case studies are available, so you can give examples which university is conducting, where they are conducting, and you can also impress your management and go with and developing the labs, so you can tell them all the cases, and even to the students also, so that they may get interested. So, and coming to the end, we are all experienced in NAC work and all, apps for Bloom's taxonomy, and we have applied it with a great task. But there are several apps and digital tools because it is a continuous process. You cannot stop the NAC, so that it's a continuous process. Several apps and digital tools they align with Bloom's taxonomy, helping educators design and implement effective learning and teaching strategies across its 6 levels. That is, remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and creative. So, when you are writing COs and POs, the training was given to the faculty. So, you have to make a task. Then, what is remember? What is understand? Apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. There are all the apps are available and make your task very easy. And here there is a breakdown of apps that can support each level of Bloom's taxonomy. So let us see those apps. Apps for creative and critical thinking. There are 30 apps for Bloom's revised taxonomy are available. So out of this, for creating, there are certain apps are given. That is Shadow Puppet, Toontastic, Garage Band, Sock Puppets. The names are very funny, but these apps can be utilized for creative and critical thinking. These apps can be used. The next comes the evaluating side by side. There is one app called Side by Side app, and Google Plus app is there, and Movement Diary. This is also app Movement Diary time to time, and Scholastic magazine. So these are the apps which are available readily, and these apps are used for evaluating in our regular work and analyzing. For that, post-it notes, Pocklet, inspiration maps, Survey Monkey. These apps are used for analyzing. When it comes to applying, Sway, Sketchbook, well learned, uh, well learned it, and Telagami. So these are the apps which are used for applying our regular work and understanding. That is Screen Champ, Sketch, and Front Row, Write about this, and these are for understanding, remembering, and Evernote, flashcards, Quizlet, and Paper by 53. So, some of the apps, many of you might be using it, but for all our regular work, once we explore these apps in the reading aspect and applying it, so these labs are very, very helpful for us. Coming to the conclusion, summing up, technology is transforming pharmacy education and ensuring quality outcomes. Institutions must embrace change to prepare students for future, and a call to action, that is commitment to ongoing adaptation and staying at the forefront technology trends, continuous evaluation of educational methods. So here, when we think about the quality of enhancing quality of staff, the dedication is very important, and you keep working, you spend some time to learn new things in tools and practicing tools that will definitely it will help you, and it will also give you a very, very good name to faculty individually and also to the institution. So with this I am concluding, and thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేయాలి వాళ్ళకి. అది వాళ్ళకి వినిపించిందా ఇప్పుడు వరకు?
నాకు వినపడింది, స్లైడ్స్ కూడా చేంజ్ అయ్యాయి, అందుకే అన్నీ వచ్చాను మీరు.
It was very useful for all the teaching faculty all over India. It is they're all listening to your speech. It is very much useful for them, particularly stressed upon various subjects in the first year also. So, with all these suggestions, teachers teach with a, of course, you said about the Bloom's taxonomy also. They are given very good apps also there. So, I think all the staff can go through that. Particularly for the NAC, Bloom's taxonomy is very important. All those questions. How can you do the questions as per the Bloom's taxonomy? All these things are very important. We are stressed upon the AI also. Everything is important. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let me say thanks to my classmate, Dr. Maduri, who has proposed to Savithri madam, recommended Savithri madam to do this session. Thank you very much, all the faculty.
Thank you, sir. Hello.
Once again, the session starts in the afternoon. Please, all of you join.
At 2 p.m., we'll have with us Dr. P. Rajshekhar, who will be speaking on pharmacovigilance and adverse drug reaction management. Kindly join with us, and the link will be provided before 10 minutes of the session. Thank you.